Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about metadata and TCO, total cost of ownership. And let's start with an analogy like we usually do. So if you think about maybe a meeting, right? So you have a big meeting, lots of people, and meeting's going to last an hour and a half, maybe an hour, and we need to find out what happened at this meeting after. So somebody has the bright idea, said, hey, let's record the meeting. Great idea. Now we have this hour and a half, storage. We have information that's there. You need to sift through it to find out what's said at the meeting. Or the other option is you have notes, right? You have somebody there that's really good at taking notes, very precise. This was said at that time, this and so forth. So here we're going to have a very small amount of information about the meeting, the metadata. Here we're going to have this big honking recording that's going to go on for hours, and when we're looking for something, we're going to have to sift, was that at the beginning, was that at the end, and nobody's going to listen to it half the time. And it's going to, the total cost of ownership, you got to store this data somewhere, you have to go through it after when you're looking for something, so people are wasting time. Very little amount of space to store it, and very rapid to find what you're looking for. So now let's take that over to our monitoring solution. So basically, if you think about metadata, is we're having, as we talked earlier, where you're going to have your A and B locations, and we're going to be listening on the cloud as to what's happening with the transactions. I'm requesting to talk to a server, I'm getting an answer back, I'm asking for data. Now what happens over here, instead of taking 100% of this information, like the recording, now we only really need the notes. So we're going to take over here 0.2 to 0.5% of the information, not 100% of the information. Two advantages. Number one, storing it. It's going to be a lot less space. When I need to get information, it's going to take me a lot less time. Metadata gives you a great speed, and the total cost of ownership is reduced because the amount of space you need to store stuff. And the amount of time to go and get stuff. That's money as well. I hope that was helpful. Analogy, reality, metadata, and TCO.